GM, this is NFI once again with a wonderful friend with me today. I would love to know more about him and then we'll, of course, dive deep into the Monad ecosystem. Firstly, thank you so much, brother, for joining.
Sure, sure. Thanks a lot for having me.
Absolutely. We'd love to know a little bit about you and, of course, then we'll dive deep into the Monad ecosystem.
Yeah, sure. I've been in crypto since 2021. I've been exploring like ENS, name service. I was building projects, doing hackathons. Then I joined Cello and then worked there for 2.5 years. And then I joined Monad. So, yeah, been around for almost 4 years now.
Perfect. I think, the fast pace of the crypto excites everybody, right?
Yeah.
I would love to know slightly more about the Monad blockchain itself. If, to a new user who's, I think everybody is exposed to Ethereum, Solana, and probably Bitcoin also now.
Yeah.
To them, can you share a little bit more about Monad and how Monad works?
Yeah, I think the easiest way to explain it in a single sentence is that if you know about Ethereum, you know that it's a great ecosystem, decentralization, developer experience is great, and then you know about Solana, where the performance is great, a lot of great apps are being built, apps that a lot of users can use with a better user experience. Monad is an intersection of both of these things. Good developer experience because it's EVM compatible. So if you have Solidity smart contracts, you can just deploy on Monad and they just work. But then we also have the performance side where we have high throughput, 10,000 TPS support. People can build apps that can support a lot of users. They won't have a bad user experience. They won't have to wait a lot for confirmation of their transactions. Apps can confidently take irreversible actions in a very short span of time.
Absolutely perfect. By the way, just to clear to people, Monad is a layer 1 blockchain, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. Do you mind sharing, of course, now there are a lot of layer 2 blockchains as well. What's the comparison between, Monad, and if you compare, let's say, another OP or a ZK block, L2 on, let's say, Ethereum?
Yeah, so first fundamental comparison is that they are in L2, so they are using Ethereum as their security layer, likely using it. At Monad, we are trying to solve the problem where, we are not trying to pseudo solve the problem. We are trying to attack the problem directly by just creating. People know that EVM is good, like it is much more performant. It's just that we have to use better algorithms and optimize it in a way that it can handle throughput as much as Solana. So we just thought that let's just create optimized software, right? Like what's the point of rolling to Ethereum, using its security? Again, there are merits there as well. But we just think that if we improve the EVM itself and if we open source it, people might take it as an inspiration and even try to implement something that we haven't implemented. So,
Perfect.
We are an alt layer 1, just to clarify. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much for sharing that. I think the interesting part now is that, of course, now we have a lot of new layer 1s coming up as well. Do you think in the future, the older blockchains, let's say maybe Ethereum, or they would probably die, or we'll see more of new blockchains coming up for customized use cases?
Yeah, I think customized use case, not sure L1s, but there are definitely L2s and there are some chains as well. I think recently, just a few days back, a new chain also launched. Not a chain, but like they did their fundraise and everything. So yeah, definitely seeing chains which are very use case specific. There's World Chain as well, which is an L2 specifically for World Chain apps, etc. Uniswap created their own chain, right? So there are definitely a trend where people are creating L2s for specific use cases. Ethereum is not going to die, that's for sure, because they have always been working on the tech, improving it from time and time again. People just somehow find ways to improve it, right? Even though there are like conflicts internally in the community as well, etc.
Maybe in the foundation.
Yeah, probably in the foundation as well. But honestly, I think Ethereum is not going to die anytime soon, and hopefully it doesn't, because we ourselves think of ourselves as like contributors to the Ethereum ecosystem. Like when we open source a code, people will learn about what are the techniques, what are the ways we are doing, the things that we're doing, how we are improving EVM software.
Perfect. Now I think a lot of people would definitely love to ask is that what's the best use cases that you probably see, or the best app that you probably see building on Monad?
Yeah, I think Kuru is a great app where we are able to create like on-chain order books. People are able to do the off-chain stuff. Like order books usually have like off-chain infrastructure where they are taking orders, storing them, like matching them, etc. Now this can all happen on chain because of the throughput, the amount of block space we have available on Monad. So Kuru is one of them, DeFi related, but then there are many other apps which I like Kizzy is one where you can bet on other people's social media metrics. I think Rarebet Sports is a good one where you can do sports betting on chain, etc. But yeah, a couple of apps, like some are even like fully on chain games. We did this Sparkcaster mini app campaign, and 2 or 3 mini apps that were built, like they have got substantial usage, even though they are not like really polished apps. I would say not really polished, but I would say they haven't spent a lot of time in it. Like they spent like 2.5 weeks, and the devs were so good that they were able to build something that people liked and played. And yeah, so yeah, a lot of people want to build games.
No, perfect. I think games is definitely a very, very interesting area.
Yeah.
Of course, where blockchain can potentially come up. But of course, like you mentioned, I think we need a blockchain like Monad, which can of course do all these fast transactions, right?
Yeah.
Do you also see games building in this hackathon, by the way? If you can share
I have come across a few people. I met a person who has his own game studio as well.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to build games, but there are definitely people who want to build games, on-chain games. There was a person, his game name is Jump Nats, and I'm thinking he's going to do an upgrade in his game during this hackathon.
Oh wow, perfect.
Yeah.
Anything more fun that you see in the happening in the hackathon?
I think fun, I would say innovative. One thing is there's a team who wants to build like AI agents infrastructure where AI agents can transact with each other. They have their on-chain identity. So that
basically
is
like a A to A.
Yeah, A to A. Yeah, it's basically A to A, but with the blockchain as the payment rails, the identity rails. So it's pretty exciting.
Perfect. I think the last question to you would be just want to know what's the future for Monad look like, and of course, thank you for joining.
Yeah, sure. I think future for Monad, we see like a lot of apps building on Monad, a lot of users using it. While we are doing all this, we also want to make sure that we are converging towards usefulness. Useful apps. We always try to have initiatives where we get feedback from users on what things are working, what things are not working, improving them. On the side, we are also doing the same with the developers, where we give out resources, we do these type of hackathons, get feedback from them, and make sure that when we go back home, we do analysis of what should we do as next steps. So hopefully there are like 10-20 apps that are doing like millions of transactions in the near future on Monad.
Perfect. Thank you so much, brother, for joining.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Have a great luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.